Hi everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, back again with another 15 minutes of fame. You too can be famous. Imagine, guys, you can go across all the channels, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and more importantly, YouTube, with all your social links under it, and we can put you in front of hundreds of people throughout the world totally free. You don't need to pay $30,000 for a TV ad or $10,000 for radio ads. We're going to do this for you for nothing. Just like our guest that's coming up now, a very interesting guest, I might add. This lady's name is Janine Shapiro. Janine's a founder, and she has a coaching and healing company. I've been watching her on Facebook quite a lot, actually. It's a very, very, very impressive lady. I'm a founder of Janine Kathleen, where I help and guide people to create beyond their limits and to master joy and endurance through understanding who they are and what they can be. That's important, guys. So she says here, we work with mindset and develop a deep understanding of the way our thinking, speaking, and feelings can create our lives, right? Her key achievements or projects, personal motto, I like it. What else is possible? Everything is working out for me, is always working out for me. That's how you got to be thinking, guys, right? Always be thinking positive, guys. Thoughts really are things. Interesting fact, she enjoys walking. I see her out walking a lot, doing her lives, walking, reading, sharing what she learns from others, and helping people. Basically, loves helping her clients bring the light back into their life and their business. And her contact information, guys, is going to be under all the socials, right across social media. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce in the afternoon there, from all the way from South Africa, Janine Shapiro. How are you, Janine?
Hey, Jeff, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. How are you on this incredible Thursday?
I'm going good. I've had a touch of the flu for a week, but I haven't let that worry me. In fact, I haven't had time to be sick. I'm too busy.
Love it. Yes.
Tell me, Janine, can you tell us a bit about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path? How did this all come about?
Wow, that's a very huge tall order for 15 minutes. So let's just put it succinctly. I've always known things and I couldn't understand the reason I knew things. And I treated my business as a hobby until my dad died. And I suddenly understood if something happens to my husband, I'm unable to support myself or my family, and his life insurance definitely isn't going to crack it. So at that time, I started looking online to see what I could do about my wellness clinic, and it evolved. I've always been involved in leadership and in helping people. So it was like a natural evolution. I then started finding other people who use their gifts to bring expansion, who understand how energy works. And this is where the mindset alchemy part of my journey came from, and the success spiral came from. It evolved into a banner of personal leadership, because Jeff, as we both know, when you understand where you're going and who you can become, it helps you to build resiliency. It helps you to understand what's required right now. So those niggles from the past, you're able to say, okay, look, this is a limitation. This, I may require more skill with this. I may need to go further here. And it helps us to understand how important mindset is. Whether you're in leadership, whether it's just personal leadership, all leadership starts from personal leadership. It's very difficult to lead others when you're unable to lead yourself. You tend to go into management mode rather than leadership mode. And it all starts with that vision, Jeff, the vision.
Yeah, true. And keep and maintain it. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work, and how have you overcome it, Janine?
One of the most challenging aspects was defining what I do, how I do it, and who I do it for. And as I started learning and taking action, I was able to understand, okay, this works, this doesn't work, this definitely I don't wish to work. It allowed me to understand where I can help people in a much deeper and better level. So that was one of the biggest challenges. Then the next challenge was understanding, well, how do I create space for it to work, from a marketing, a PR, and all that stuff? I call it stuff.
Yeah.
And then mindset came in.
I was laughing. You know why I was laughing? I was thinking, there's a lot of people out there do stuff all, and they expect something to happen.
I was trying to avoid saying that. That's a very good idea. I have definitely discovered that the best way to get rid of your limits and your fears is to take action.
Action
Because
gets traction.
action,
Right.
oh, yes, it does. Very much.
Yeah. In your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that you believe have contributed to your success?
The fact that I'm open to being different, doing something different, and that I'm able to look at myself in the mirror and say, what's going on? What else is possible? And to sit down and work and see what possibilities are there. And it's even if you're going to be wrong, just take action and see what can be right about it.
Not bad at all. Guys, what I've found, one of my things I used to tell people, for every problem, there are 10 solutions. Write them all down, 10 solutions, and then pick the best one, right?
Yes. Yes, that's why when people ask me to channel for them, I say to them, remember, there's more than one solution. Let's choose which one's best for you now and apply a strategy to it, because that's what I discovered. There's zone of genius, zone of excellence, zone of competence, and zone of incompetence, and let's work in the zone of genius.
Fantastic. Tell me, can you help me here and discuss a recent project or achievement that you're particularly proud of?
Sure, there's so many. Let me think of one. Yes, I stopped doing masterclasses because the tech was getting in my face. And I started doing the masterclasses again. And that really, really helped me to move forward. In doing that, it helped me to actually see where certain of my clients were allowing niggly fears that other people could help them with were getting in the way. And I had the most incredible message from one of my clients this morning. They way beyond made their targets. They created the income they were looking for. And in their personal life, they had breakthroughs as well. And you know, Jeff, that was just so satisfying for me that by myself taking a hard look in the mirror, I was able to help a client achieve this wonderful success that actually benefits himself, his team, and his family.
Yeah. People got to realize, Janine, that's why we do it. It's not about the money. The money pays the bills. But we do it to genuinely help people be a better version of themselves.
Yes.
Right? And we
yes.
all need some help, you know. Like my girlfriend tells me I need a haircut. If she didn't tell me, I might go around looking raggedy, right? But she's not scolding me. She's encouraging me by saying, hey, darling, you'd be an idea if you went and had a haircut, you know. So I go and have a haircut. I did that today. I went and had a haircut. She'll be so happy. Tell me, what advice would you give someone who's aspiring to sort of follow in your footsteps and do something similar? What would you tell them?
Go and see what your fears are. Go and before you do that, go and see who's your future self in 6 months. Where would you like to be? What would you like to be earning? Who would you like to be as far as your core values are, as far as what lights you up? Go and see what is heavy for you and what is light for you. Once you've looked at the 6 months, go and do that for a year. And then look now, what would it take now to be that person in 6 months and a year's time? What short-term targets and intentions can you put in place to help you? I mean, for me, I got to learn how to work on social media. I got to learn how to send emails more effectively so that I could do what I'm doing on social media. I had to learn how to do a Facebook Live.
And we're still learning, right?
Yes. Do you remember Twitter had, I can't even remember what it was because that's where I started and I learned to do it. And then Facebook started with their lives and that. So my advice is, what is the why you are choosing to acquire in your life? What would it take? Who would you be in 6 months and what do you do now?
Yeah, you summed it up very well there. Tell me, how can our listeners and people watching this reach out and find out a bit more about how you could help them?
Oh, thank you for that, Jeff. They can find me on most of the social media platforms under Janine Kathleen with a K. That's the best way. LinkedIn, Janine Kathleen Shapiro, and they can message me on any of those channels, or they can get hold of me through hello@janinekathleen.com. They can pop me an email there.
Very nice. Then, by the way, guys, all Janine's details will be on the socials, particularly on LinkedIn, so you better look her up there. And I suggest you reach out, have a cup of coffee, have a glass of wine, water, whatever your preferred beverage is, and you never know what you might discover, you know. And tell me, before we wrap up, could you tell me a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know?
I enjoy knitting and embroidery, and I love walking in nature.
I couldn't imagine you, a little old lady sitting in the corner doing embroidery. You're too lively. I see you on lives and all over Facebook. You know, you've got too much action there.
That's what most people say. That's why when people ask me what's a fun fact, I say I enjoy knitting, crocheting,
it's nice to.
How do you sit still long enough?
Yeah, that's right. But it's nice to relax and do something you like, isn't it? You know.
I love it. It's wonderful. And thank you, Jeff, for this space.
No trouble
I really appreciate it.
So guys, Janine's been an awesome guest. And if you want to get your 15 minutes of fame, you can still reach out. And don't forget to like, share, and love us on social media and YouTube, because there's over 30 of these up there now, different people from all over the world with different skill sets, and they're all ready to help you. So once again, thanks for being on the show today, Janine. We've enjoyed having you.
Thank you. And everybody have a grand, glorious, and productive day.
Thanks, Janine.
And that's all, folks.